Hey there, Leadership Accelerator for Women. It's your friend Julie, and I am back with the Visionary Brilliance Leadership Masterclass series, How to Get to the Top 1%. Now, you might be wondering, like, the top 1%, Julie, what are you talking about? Well, I'm going to share a little bit of my story today that I don't think I've shared here. Recently, I had the 2024 celebration of women, and it was amazing. We had this incredible community of women here, and I want to share some of the insights that I shared with them, and also then some of the insights that I heard back, because something really incredible happened, and I want you to be invited to be a part of it, so that you can learn some of these success strategies and proven practices as well. So what does it take to get to the top 1%? This is what I am very passionate about. I have shared with you before that there are a lot of reasons why women don't reach the highest levels of leadership. And here's the thing, I used to say that it's not our fault, but it is our problem. Okay, I'm not saying that anymore. It's not our fault. It's a huge opportunity for us, my friends. We can use our zone of brilliance, our way of doing things as women, and get into the sweet spot and really accelerate our path, get into the highest 1%, and live the life we've dreamed of, whether we want better relationships in our work experiences, whether we want more money and time freedom. All of those things come together when we can get to the top 1%. And here's the thing, I left a long career. I had a corporate career, I had a career as an educator, as a counselor. I was a licensed counselor, and I was like, I'm done. I needed to be done. And I had this idea I was going to go to law school because, you know, as an educator, I'm like, oh, I'll get more school. Well, I realized that was not what was going to bring me into my zone of brilliance and my zone of genius. You see, I wanted to help people. I wanted to make a difference, but I never knew how I could do that as a photographer. And what I did is I got a lot of training, and the biggest pieces were the skill set. I already had the skill set because I'd been a photographer, and you, my friend, probably have an amazing skill set in the things that you do because you have some experience and you're really good at it. So what the Leadership Accelerator for Women does is it combines the tool set as well as the mindset so that you can get to that top 1%. I reached the top 1% in the photography industry in less than 3 years. You know, I used to say it was 3 years, but it was less than 3 years. It was about 2.5 years, and I reached the top 1% in income as a photographer. That doesn't happen. It often takes decades, multiple decades, and you know, I want to share some of those mindset and tool set skills with you so that you can become that as well. I also want to invite you to our workshop in the spring. We are having a spring in-person 3-day workshop, March 22nd. There, I said it, it's happening. So the thing that I'm going to share with you today is the one thing that you can do, one huge game changer that can really accelerate your path to success. And this is what I did. You know, often we look in the wrong places. So where's a place that you can look so you can live more often in your zone of brilliance? Because when you live in your zone of brilliance, that's when you can change the world, okay? And getting into your zone of brilliance, getting to find out, to go a little bit deeper is one of the things that we did in this recent workshop at the Celebration of Women. So when you're ready, put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. I'll invite you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and then I'm going to have you to take 3 deep breaths in and out. A deep breath in, and an exhale, and a deep breath in, and exhale, and one more time, deep breath in, and exhale. So I want you to go ahead and take a piece of paper, something to journal on, a notebook, and ask yourself these 4 questions, because these can really help you get some insight. what activities, what things do I do, and I can just lose track of time. For me, that was photography, absolutely. And then what skills come naturally to me, even when challenged? As a consultant and a coach, this is something that I've had a lot of practice at, and I'm a really good listener, and I have a sense of who people are. So those are skills that just really come naturally to me. Think of what yours are. And what problems do I instinctively gravitate towards solving, right? I help women get to the top 1%. What are your problem-solving skills? And then what makes me feel deeply satisfied and energized? This was really big for the women at the workshop. They loved just really knowing, like, yes, this is where my zone of brilliance is. So here's the thing. As you answer, as you write, listen to this again. Make sure you're seated somewhere comfortable. You know, your feet are firmly planted on the ground. Write down every thought, every single thing. It might even seem insignificant. I've also got a Brilliance blueprint that you can download and get some more ideas to answers, to go a little bit deeper with this. Here's the thing I want you to remember. A diamond was once a lump of coal. You do not need to have the kind of pressure that a lump of coal had to become a diamond. It's actually quite the opposite. When you relax, when you reflect, and when you journal about the things that really light you up and really bring you alive, that is your zone of brilliance, my friend. Again, you can download the leadership blueprint that I have, and we can get on a call. Please subscribe, share this with your friends. There are two other things that are really important and that the women at the Celebration of Women noted the other night. The second thing, surround yourself with a supportive community. It is so powerful to be in community with women who are going to support you and uplift you and cheer you on to your next level of brilliance. And then the third thing, which maybe should be the first thing, is work with someone to help you. Get some help so you can leverage your skills and your talents. I've got proven processes. You don't have to work with me, but do work with someone. Work with someone that's going to help you on your trajectory so that you can get from where you are to where you want to be more quickly. One of the things that I shared is recently I went with my family on a trip to Hawaii, and on that trip, it was a long flight. The pilot makes lots of adjustments along the way, right? And you want to have a pilot who knows, who's been there, who's gotten to the top 1%, who's reached their first 100K, who's reached their next 100K, who's reached $1 million. What is it that you want? Because you know what, my friend? You deserve to have all your heart desires, live in your zone of brilliance, and change the world for good. Be sure to subscribe, share this with your friends, and thank you so much for joining us today on the Leadership Accelerator for Women. I'm Julie Elstrup. I am thrilled that you're here.